During the summer, we worked on a little makeover project on my parents' graded entrance, and it's time to pull it together. And one of the last finishing touches I want to do is add a wreath to the door. So I'm going to make that first and then walk you through the whole process of the makeover. I'm on it and I need to grab some supplies. My first step is to make a frame, and I'm just doing that out of, like I'm pretty much just making a circle out of florals. So these ones I picked up at the dollar store. I believe these are from Dollarama, and I'm just gonna shape it into a circle about the size that I want. And, oh, and then I'm going to attach that, I guess since I'm going to be using several of them, I am going to attach it with some floral wire. So time to bend and make a circle. I said it was going to be easy, but wow, this is some serious wire. I'm gonna get my workout today. See? All right, I'm gonna do that to all of them. All right, I have a loose, like really loose frame, like it's kind of coming apart, but I didn't want to do it too tight because I still need to add so much to this, and I want to make these little branches pliable so I can kind of manipulate them to look the way I think it's going to look good. So next step is filler. My first type of filler is this eucalyptus. It's just some faux eucalyptus that I ordered off Temu and used in my brother's centerpieces. So I'm just reusing stuff, which is kind of cool. So I'm just gonna do the same kind of idea, and I'm just going to be attaching the eucalyptus in the same direction with some more floral wire. But this will just give it, just kind of fill in, because this is pretty wimpy looking. So this is just the first type of filler. Then I have another one too. Okay, so let's just start adding this in. So this is where I've gotten to now. It's getting a little more like structure to it, like it isn't just completely falling apart. This part's flapping out here, but I'm not worried about that yet because I still have to add more filler. And my next filler, which is I think the only other filler I have, is this faux pampas grass. Ooh. So I just think that'll just kind of give it just some softness. So again, I'm just gonna be tucking it in and wiring it in. Easy, I think, right? Just kind of have to like weave it in so it doesn't look like it's just all layered one on top of another. I have to kind of weave it through. But yeah, I think this is looking, I'm liking the look. This is really, it's like a really natural look. Let me just show you what that looks like. See? Yeah, okay, weaving it through. All right, I'm done adding the filler. It's filled in quite nicely. It's not fully filled in, but I will add filler if I need to as I go on. But right now I have to add the pop, like the real accent to the wreath. And these are the flowers that I'm using. They're just like little foam roses. They actually look really nice. They're also from Temu. I used them in the wedding, and I have quite a few of them, probably 24. And I'm just gonna fill this up and then reassess if I need to add more eucalyptus or more of the faux pampas and just keep going with that. But right now, it's the fun part, the part that's really gonna add a lot of oomph. Some of them I can tuck into the other wires, and most of them I will have to just secure myself. But, oh, and I do have two colors. That's what I should say. I have a lighter cream and something more of a, I don't know, more of a pinky. They're supposed to be nude, but they're more pink and more pink. Oh, that already looks really nice. The colors just really go nice together. They really do complement each other. This is the result after adding the flowers. It definitely adds a pop. So we can move on to the next step, which is filling in the gaps. There's a few spots that are just kind of a bit bare. I want to fill those in. I'm going to be doing that with some more eucalyptus, and then I have a couple different smaller flowers. And that's what I'm going to be using to fill in my little gaps, just to give it like a nice, full, robust feeling. I don't know, are wreaths supposed to be robust? But I guess that's what I'm going for, robust. So let's add some of these. Just some more eucalyptus. I just want to give it more of a, not a wimp, I don't want it to be a wimpy wreath. I want it to be a nice full wreath. The wreath is looking really good. Like this is nice and full. So I could stop here and say the wreath is done, but I want to add a little more. So this step is adding a backdrop. So I have some pink pampas grass, which is shedding everywhere, but I did spray it, but it's still shedding. But this is what I'm going to do in the background, kind of like in the back. So you just see like just a little bit of, like a little backdrop all over me. So that's the last step, I think. No, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last step I'm doing. Just adding a little backdrop drama and a lot of wire to attach it. Okay, I'm going to flip it over and just do it all from the back. Okay, the wreath is all done. Whew. I might need to add a little bit of hairspray because it looks like it's pink snow, but this definitely has a statement. Whew. All right, last thing, I just have to take this to the basement. Well, not this basement, like my parents' basement. And I'll see you there. Bye. This is the sort of before shot because my mom already primed the walls. She has more energy than all of us combined. Here's the plan. Cover up the gaps where the drywall meets the block wall with trim. Refinish that handrail. That tile is staying, but we will have to get a rug for the space. And the stairs need to be repainted. There was no light in the stairwell, so Handy Ralph wired and put up this light fixture that was picked up from the Wreath store. I know it's a vanity light, but for $10, it's cheap and cheerful. This handrail was painted white forever ago, and I wanted to give it an update. I started by removing any finish with citrus strip, which is an oddly satisfying process. Next, I sanded, and this was the day after a tornado passed through my parents' town, and that's why there are trees down in the background. Lastly, I stained and sealed. We cut, glued, and nailed some thin trim along the wall. And patched the holes and repainted. Now the stairs. This surface is really uneven, which makes it hard to paint, especially with two colors. To get crisp lines, I have to stop two colors bleeding onto each other. I start by taping up both sides of the stairs. Then I grab the wall paint and use it as a base coat just along where the tape and the stairs meet. This will seal any gaps under the tape with paint. It's actually the bleed through I'm trying to prevent, but because I'm using the same paint, it's not noticeable. If you used a different color of paint, you would really see this. It would look like messy blobs once you lifted up the tape. After the base coat had dried, I applied 2 coats of the stair color. Lastly, I repainted the door white to freshen it up. A back stairwell is more practical than pretty, but we tried our best to elevate the look while making sure it's still totally practical. It's been over 6 months and this paint has held up perfectly on the stairs. Another project done! Thank you so much for watching. To help out our channel, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon with another project. Bye! The plant creeping behind me. Just because the background's really plain, so I threw a plant back there. Plus, I'm going to use some of the plant. I'm going to use that pink stuff right there. So I'm going to use, so I also put on a pink sweater and pink socks that say Raisin Bran. Anyways, okay. My first step is to make, okay, that's as good as it's gonna get.